Hey.
It's Amanda Nicole.
I'm Joe.
And we have our guest with us today.
My name's Lauren.
So tonight we're going to be playing some crazy-ass game, which I'm not a huge fan of this. Oh, I don't even want to touch it.
I'm getting pretty excited.
I don't like clowns.
I don't
Freak
either,
show.
So this is one of those, like, is it a monthly thing that you get in?
Yeah, they have a monthly subscription where you catch a killer. And this one...
So it's different themed every month. So this one is the Freak Show, the Surgeon. I don't know if you can see that. Okay. So it's the Mystery Experiences Company. So that's pretty cool. I didn't know they actually they had stuff like that. Do they have a Gore monthly box?
There are Gore monthly boxes.
Damn, they took our idea.
I know.
No, they want like a lot of money for theirs. So yours will be cooler and more hipster. You'll be totally fine.
Whoa, that's actually, I didn't see that last time. So,
Yes.
Chelsea's
It's
joined
like
us.
Jeffree Star.
Marilyn Manson, Jeffree Star.
Yes.
That's
Holy crap.
Okay. So, are there instructions in this?
Jeffrey, hit us up. Love your makeup.
Yeah, open it up.
Okay. Rotten cotton candy.
Newspaper.
We get cotton candy, guys.
I'll be the judge of that. Can you solve the
VIP?
mystery? Okay, so...
Alright, what's this?
Yeah, lollipop too?
That's a lot of reading.
Well, he's holding it,
And a
so you have
balloon?
to have it.
Dude, what the fuck is this? Is this just the bottom?
I don't like that.
I don't like that.
I didn't see the bottom one like that. Look at that. That is a very detailed...
If we can get 10 people to comment in the comments, hide that in Amanda's place, I will hide that in Amanda's place.
Oh.
That's mean.
Frank Page and Chelsea joined.
What's up, Frank? What's up,
Hey.
Kelsey? Alright.
Okay, so this is, what is this? The
Oh.
investigation report.
We get a ticket?
Oh, Amanda, don't look in this book.
Oh, God.
What's
I'm just- There's lots of shit.
We get like an admit one ticket. An all access pass entitles the purchaser to an unlimited express line access and preferred seating for all freak show events.
Alejandro asks, where are y'all located?
We are in the wonderful town of Bakersfield, California.
We got one vote
Lovely.
for don't hide it.
In Amanda's
No.
Oh, very
nice.
nice. Thank you.
Very
Whoever
nice.
said that.
Sorry, 5 yeses to Joe's place, and then we'll hide it in Joe's place,
Sure,
5
okay.
yes.
which is already haunted.
There, see, there you go. This one's kind of interesting. Find me.
Ooh.
Oh, it's creepy.
Suspect
Okay.
profiles.
So where's the actual instructions?
I
Is it
didn't see anything.
those all the profiles, the field reports?
Okay, I think this is where it pretty much starts. It says, okay, let me see, it looks like this.
It's like a little fancy.
Yeah.
Federal letter.
Investigation report. Okay. Thank you for agreeing to work as a consulting investigator for the FBI in this case. The Forest City Police Department has requested the assistance of the FBI in solving 2 recent murders. The first victim, Glenn Garcia. I don't know if it's supposed to be Garcia. It's like
Garcia?
a typo. I don't know if you can.
Oh, yeah.
So non-Californians,
Right. Was killed in the freak show event at the Forest City Fairgrounds. The second victim, Vicky Lubin, was killed at her apartment in a residential building in the Harbor District. As will be evident, the 2 murders were clearly committed by the same killer. Okay, so we know a couple things.
Dun dun dun.
Okay, as you may be aware, serial killings in Forest City are a matter of great concern to the FBI. Well, I hope so. Your identity will remain confidential during this investigation to protect your safety. Should you find yourself directly in contact with a serial killer at any point during the investigation, remove yourself from the situation and notify the FBI field office in Forest City immediately.
Really, remove yourself.
Yeah.
That's a good suggestion.
Yeah.
Special Agent Alex Reyes is leading the FBI investigation. She is assisted by Special Agent Liam Grant. Your role will be to analyze the evidence to determine the identity of the killer. Enclosed with this letter are FBI's homicide reports, witness interviews and evidence reports, a copy of the Forest City Tribune, and other evidence and documents related to the investigation and the freak show. You should begin your investigation by examining and sorting the items provided with this letter. Next, read the Forest City Tribune and the various FBI reports to begin the investigation process. You may find it helpful to create a timeline of the events that occurred. Analyze the evidence and eliminate suspects based on your findings until only one suspect remains. We are counting on you to bring this killer to justice.
So it's like a really elaborate version of Clue.
Yeah.
What do you think the actual killer is? Is there something in
We
here that
have to
says it?
find out.
There's suspect
Apparently.
profile. I don't
But the
suggest
profiles,
you
I
reading
don't really
it or
want
looking
to.
at the photos.
But what else do we have? So we've got
Evidence reports.
Can you solve the mystery? The unusual contents of this box contain a unique mystery experience. The experience tells a story and also offers a mystery for you to solve. To begin, consult the assignment letter from the FBI, then follow the clues to find the killer. Join our Facebook group. Oh, okay. Not sure about that.
Nah.
Solution. Are you ready to read the solution to the mystery? Join the Facebook. Oh.
Oh, no.
So you find out. You go on there to find out.
You're not going to get that right now, though. Give me
Oh
that.
no! Is that how
Give
you?
me
That's
that.
how you find out if you're right or wrong. Okay.
Okay, that's cool. Alright, so it says to begin the investigation. Okay, so we gotta sort everything.
There's a lot of shit here.
Yeah, I know. I'm
I
kind of.
know.
Hold on.
I know. Like our drinks are in the way.
Can you show them the
For
newspaper
what,
real quick?
Miguel?
The
For
newspaper.
what?
Forest City
There's a lot of
Tribune.
shit here, man.
Real quick, ladies. Richard Ochoa, Josh Cruz, Lonnie Pelly, Aaron Michael, and Naomi Espinosa have joined.
What's up,
Hey,
everybody?
guys.
Hello. And
It's
Joe,
like a
don't you want to
full-on-
make sure this fictional character gets justice?
Not really.
It looks like
It does. That looks like my husband. This guy. It still looks like him.
We're done.
Here,
We're done.
look.
We know what it is. We know what it is.
Yeah.
Can you
this
come
guy.
peep over here real quick
Looks like
so
my
people can see
husband.
what you
Pop
look
your
like?
head in. It'll be cool.
This is
Say
so
hello.
funny.
Oh,
Hold on. Come on, we gotta
Just
get
lean
this.
in anywhere. Here. There you go.
oh,
It
damn.
looks just like him.
All right, well, mystery solved. I'm going to get out of here.
Sorry to ruin your fun.
Joey, you need to leave the building.
Okay,
That was
so-
easy.
Oh my god, there's so much reading.
I know. I don't have to actually read this all doing. Oh, is our Cecil person watching? Our viewer
Oh,
Cecil?
not right now, no.
Aw.
But John and Tanner say hey. Both of them say
Hi,
hi.
guys.
Let
And
me see if I can invite him to watch it.
love the Uma Thurman Pulp Fiction look, John says.
Thank you.
Who could you
I've
be,
actually cosplayed her.
who could we be referencing right now? Huh? Who looks like Uma Thurman in Pulp Fiction right
I'm
now?
like, all right, hang on real
Not
quick.
me.
They can't
I'm
even
very-
see Miguel on camera.
I'm very 1999 tonight.
Let's, I don't know what this is.
Okay.
And then these
So-
are, what are these?
DNA report. I don't know. This
There's a
one.
lot of reading. in
Yeah,
this
I'm
game,
telling you.
girl.
So much reading.
I
don't
feel
know.
like this show isn't pro reading anymore. Like,
Dude,
Not
I'm
when
in my
alcohol is
30s.
involved.
I'm in my 30s. I'm
you,
not over
oh
that
man,
right
you know
now.
how many nights I've had at 2 a.m.
No
Bottle
more.
of bourbon,
I'm not in college
conspiracy
anymore.
theory.
I'm good with this.
Oh man.
All right.
Linda says hi.
Hi, Linda. Okay, so what do we? Is there
Okay,
something
so
we have to read
okay.
first?
Ah!
No, it gets.
This is basically our instructions, so we have to hang on
That
to
one's
this.
not bad.
for
That
sure.
one's actually like, he's kind of attractive.
Yeah. Have you seen that guy, Silver Fox? He's like the older guy that
Yeah.
has like his hair like.
I want to do
Never mind,
that.
Miguel.
I want to do that.
That would. That was
That's
like
really
that's
cool.
How about for the
cool.
Patreon?
We need to do a
That's-
clown freak show thing.
Would you like to recreate that for the Patreon for the print?
Fuck
That
yeah.
would be hot.
All right.
Write it down.
Seven Bates has joined and says hello.
Hi, Seven.
What's up, sir?
See, look at we could all pick a person and fucking.
Yeah. I
No,
just pick
shoot.
a freak show
Okay,
character,
so
like an
let's
original
take a
freak show character.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm so sad the Venice Beach Freak Show is closed. I love that.
Wait,
It's
what?
closed?
It's been closed. A lot of people, developers
there.
bought out all the properties and the buildings right there.
I swear I know someone that just went not that long ago.
No, like it's been like a year or so, like
Oh, yeah, we
maybe
went-
almost a year.
We went a couple years ago.
They all got like they're not there anymore. They've been gone for a while.
Okay, that's a bummer.
So I'm
I
gonna
know.
assume that we don't actually need these two cards. So I'm gonna set this box down here
Okay.
so you can.
To
So there's your husband.
Okay.
Oh, that's too funny. Okay.
So are we supposed to read
Homicide
something
report. Oh,
first?
he's the one that died.
Begin
you
with
died.
this letter. Next, read the
Your husband
Tribune.
died.
Okay, so you should begin by examining.
Your husband died.
The City Tribune
What a
and the
bummer.
various
I'm
FBI
stuck with his
reports.
bills. I'm kidding.
So we have to read this whole thing.
Okay,
Yeah,
evidence
I'm
report.
telling you, there's so much reading.
Patient
It's not like I
record,
can't.
evidence report.
Angel Leyva has joined us.
Hey, Angel.
Hi, Angel.
Tanner says he just got back from a hike in the Ozarks.
Oh.
Ozark.
Oh, Cecil's watching. Where's the newspaper?
It's right here. Holy shit, it's right here.
Look it. You're in our newspaper.
Cecil's Cafe.
Can you see it?
Yep.
Witness statements. Okay. I don't know if we actually need these. Or
There's a lot of stuff going on right now.
Gru Grimman says, "Hey ghouls."
Hey.
Feels weird calling you Gru, so it's not your actual name.
Oh my gosh.
There's too much, like...
You have to read this whole newspaper first,
Do you seriously
and then
have
you
to?
have to read all those.
Shut the fuck
That's
up.
what the letter
Yeah,
says.
it says-
You have to read.
Y'all better get to reading.
Why don't one of you read one thing, someone else
Yeah,
reads
well,
another thing?
yeah.
What did y'all find?
Because there's so much to read.
Don't be anti-reading. You're sending a bad message to the viewers.
I'm pro drinking.
That's the point.
Just flip this damn table over.
Okay, so yeah, gotta read that
Ugh.
and sort everything.
I know. I'm like,
How are
there's
we
not enough
supposed
room.
to sort?
Well,
like,
we've
how
got
are you
like
supposed
multiple
to
evidence
sort it
reports,
properly?
multiple field reports, homicide reports.
Okay, so I'm
Okay.
guessing whenever we find some clues in this, then we pull something from over here.
It sounds like we need
Yeah.
to take notes too as we're playing this.
Oh my god, we need like so many.
This was
people
not
to do this.
supposed to be work.
Was
This
this
was
game
supposed
not
to be
pre-played?
fun.
Is this game not pre-played?
No, you're the first ones out of us to do it.
All right.
I have Scrabble.
I just like Cards Against Humanity. Let's do that. I don't like pencils. I don't like pencils. They write weird.
Rich says, "Hi girls, how are you tonight?"
I am for
Thank you.
We're little for clumps right now.
Guys are
I'm just
overall
really
bumpers.
confused.
Okay, so
All right. Are you
Okay.
supposed to be reading out loud?
I'm going to in just a second.
All right. Read the
Okay.
main.
Okay, serial
Story.
killer strikes again at the freak show. Okay. At 6:15 a.m. on October 24th, an employee of the Riot Brothers Circus discovered a mutilated body at a Forest City resident, Glenn Gracia, at the Forest City Fairgrounds. The Freak Show Halloween event, a production of the Riot Brothers Circus, currently occupies the entire fairgrounds area. The locked room in which Gracia's body was found is part of the Freak Show's walk-through haunted house that depicts a horrifying scenario in which degraded clowns dressed as terrifying doctors and nurses perform surgery on screaming victims. This gruesome scene became a reality for Glenn Gracia. His body was found in the surgical table in the surgeon's room of the haunted house. Okay, so let's write Glenn Gracia's body was found in the surgeon's room.
No, I think it has it on here.
Oh, does it?
Because it has his homicide report.
So then why are we reading this?
That's what I'm like. I don't know. Can we just read this shit and guess?
We are done with this, madame.
Trina,
Gracias.
Trina and Mandy have joined us.
Hi, Trina.
Hello, Trina. Hey,
And
Mandy.
Mandy is one of the people that we met at last year's Texas Frightmare weekend.
Oh, okay.
Tell Mandy to tell Texas that they want us there. They should.
Yeah, tell them you guys want girls, gore, and gin.
Yes.
And we'll be
Although,
there.
I've never been to Texas, so I heard
It'll be
it's-
alright. We'll be fine.
The
It'll be
weather
okay.
sucks, but everything else.
That's what I'm like.
Well, the weather sucks here too.
Yeah, the
know,
weather sucks
but-
here too.
It sucks in California. It means
Okay,
better.
so we've got a
It sucks in
hospital
Bakersfield. We
report,
are like the Texas of
the
California.
surgeon
We're the pit
So-
of
profile. So
We
this
can
is
do it here.
the-
We can do it
okay,
anywhere.
so this is the behavioral analysis report of the killer. So
The surgeon. Okay,
yeah.
so these
So the
things go
surgeon is what
together.
they're calling the killer. Okay. So here's the FBI behavioral analysis profile. So if you watch Criminal Minds, this is what they do. They do the
Does anyone recognize that person?
It'd be a lot easier if they put his picture like they did everybody else's.
All right, so the general profile is they believe that the gender is unknown, but the age is between 25 to 35. They think that they are Caucasian and either single or divorced. So the classification is the surgeon is a psychopath serial killer who is highly organized. The surgeon's murders appear to be well planned and a high degree of control was maintained over the crime scenes. So it's kind of weird that they emphasize serial killer and organized.
Okay, so let's look at the
So
maybe
they're telling us we
the
probably need to be organized while we're playing this game.
Yeah, which we're not.
And you should probably be a serial killer.
You girls got highs from Rachel and Trina.
Hi, Rachel. Hi,
Hi,
Trina.
Trina.
And Trina is the one that gave us that lovely humidor.
Ooh, thank you, Trina, for the humidor for the Bakersfield gentleman.
Okay, so the motives for the serial killer is the surgeon is most likely a visionary killer who experiences psychotic breaks from reality. There was likely a specific triggering event that Fuck, I can't read.
Okay, so wait a minute.
What the fuck does that say?
Appears?
Precipitated.
Precipitate. What is?
I was on the
okay.
next line down, sorry.
Victim Vicky Lubin appears to have been selected due to her
Is
prior
it Lubin
relationship.
or Lubin? I'm sorry.
Lubin, I don't know.
I
don't know. There's no pronunciation stuff here. Has been selected due to her prior relationship with the freak show. That's emphasized as well. And potentially with the killer. There is no known connections to Glenn Garcia that suggests he was specifically targeted. It is unlikely that the surgeon has a logical motive for his killings. Rather, they are most likely the product of delusional thinking and psychotic behavior. The victimology is there's no observable pattern to the surgeon's victims based on the currently available evidence. So the personality traits of the killer is the surgeon most likely displays... I don't like all these words. Do you know how long it's been since I've been in school? You know, not as long as all you guys. Not as long as all you guys.
I don't
A
even
long
know what
time.
it means. Grandiose?
One book
What
a
does
week,
that
woman.
mean?
One
Can
book a
someone
week.
tell us what it means?
Grandiose.
I don't know what it
Someone
means.
Google that
Grandiose.
quick.
Someone.
See if someone in the comments says
Yeah,
it.
definitely.
Grandiose.
What is the context of the word? Do you need a full sentence here?
The surgeon most likely displays grandiose thinking and
So it's an
behavior.
adjective.
It's
So
like arrogance, basically. It's,
Okay.
he
Big-headed.
believes he's bigger than he actually is.
Okay, checks out.
Okay, so these are witnesses.
Killer, or dead people, witnesses, evidence.
Real quick, ladies, if you can thank
Yes.
Mitch. He's the one that donated these games for.
Oh,
Thank you
so
Thank
much,
you,
Mitch. Okay, where else are we going here? Characteristics, risk tolerance, very
Thanks
high.
for the read, Mitch.
Yeah. Okay. No. Thank you.
You know there's drinking on this show, right?
First of all, I'm not thanking you because the clowns. Okay. I hate that
Suspect
part.
Profiles. Okay, so here, personality traits. You gotta look at the suspect.
Oh, real quick,
profiles,
Rachel
maybe.
looked it up. Said believing something bigger than it should be, like ideas. Is
Okay.
We got
Thank you, Rachel.
dictionary version.
Thank
You want
you.
to read it for him?
Impressive or magnificent in appearance or style, especially pretentiously so. Excessively grand or ambitious is another one they had in there for a definition.
Grand or
So like
ambitious.
Frankie in his cabinet that he just got.
You learn something new every day, kids, on Girls Going Gin.
There you
Antonyms
go.
are
Learn that
humble
you
and
can't
modest.
read when you drink.
Yeah.
So you're looking for someone who's not humble or modest,
Retard.
basically.
A narcissist.
Will you show the box again so people can see that
Yes.
just joined?
So we are playing this game that is from the Mystery Experience Company. Is that what it is? Yeah.
Called
Experiences
Freak Show
Company.
the Surgeon.
So there's the outside. And then, yeah, so it's called Freak Show the Surgeon. So the surgeon is the name of the killer. Speaking of killers, for everybody that's out there, so Charles Manson died, right?
Dude, that's
Yeah.
He died in our
crazy.
town.
And we just did a show like
I know, we
2
just did a show like 2
You
weeks
guys
ago
were just
about
talking
him.
about him.
And then he had to go and die.
We jinxed him.
Frankie actually stepped it up and put that video in the comments to everyone who kept sharing it on like
On the news?
sites.
Oh my
shit.
gosh.
I
Nice
thought
going,
about that and he
Frankie.
took it to a whole new level. I
Oh,
was like, we
love
shouldn't
it.
do this. And like, yeah, we should.
but we're going to. Okay, so maybe let's read all the suspect.
Yeah,
Suspect
because
profiles.
this will match.
Help with the traits and all that, yeah.
this.
Do you want me to do it so you're not freaked out?
No.
Okay.
I'll be okay, maybe.
Just
Well, let's
think
see what
about
the
like,
ages for
photo
one.
shoot ideas,
So,
and you won't
25 to
get
35, they're all. No, he's 52, so it's not him.
Okay, no.
Wait, don't tell me this is
32.
going to be easier than what this is.
Oh, it actually gives us places to write notes. He's 39, so he's
Genius.
above the age too.
That's what they're thinking though. Like I would.
That's true.
So he could look younger than
So,
what
but
he
they
really
also
is.
say that, okay, so they also say that he is probably strong. So this says their characteristics. Risk tolerance, very high. Physical strength, very high. Intelligence, normal to high. Social ability, high. Psychopathy, extreme.
I think it's the guy who's not painted like a clown, the older guy.
The older man.
Mhm.
You're
I think
already
it's him.
assuming?
Yep, I think it's him.
When in doubt, pick the old guy. Yeah.
Right?
I get that.
All right, so the first suspect
Well, look
is
at the end of
Pogo.
Saw, the first one.
Oh, I know.
Pogo. Pogo the clown.
Show a picture.
His legal name is Arthur Shiner.
Oh,
Shiner.
So he is 34. He is single. He is 6 feet, 190 pounds, blue eyes, shaved head, one small tuft dyed blue on the top. He is from
Right.
Iron Mountain, Minnesota. That's MI, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I think even if you would have said something else, I would still agree.
Probably. So the summary of him is, oh, and even gives us place to write notes about him too. So Shiner's family was transient during his childhood, shuttling between small towns for short periods of time, depending on where Shiner's father could find work. Shiner worked as a house painter as a teenager and a young adult, and found acceptance by joining community theaters in various towns where he lived. Acting in local plays led to an interest in mime. Is that what it is?
Mimes? Yeah.
Mimes, and clown performance and theater. Shiner developed a clown.
Memes.
Right, I know. Shiner's performance drew the attention of Johnny Riot, who hired him for the Riot Brothers Circus in 2010.
So he doesn't sound like he's really
Too bad. He seems like a pretty, like he went through a lot
just
of
kind
shit,
of a
probably
messed
growing
up
up.
kid.
Like Charles Manson.
But I was say, you guys have done some research on your serial killers.
Yes.
What does most serial killers' childhood looks like?
Like that.
Like that
Messed
guy.
up.
Yeah.
Messed up kids.
Super happy, yes, Frank.
Calamity. That's funny. Calamity Jane. Her name's Jane Osborne. Okay.
Kind of like her already.
Right. She is aged 30, marital status separated, height 5'8", weight 122 pounds, eyes hazel, hair black, birthplace.
So she could
Fort
be
St.
me if she was like 3 inches shorter.
Osborne grew up in a wealthy family. Her father is the CEO of a publishing company, and her mother is an accomplished musician. Osborne attended Drake University in Forest City, and graduated with a degree in theater. She worked as an actor, primarily doing local commercials, before meeting Johnny Riot through a mutual friend. Osborne had always had a keen interest in horror movies and productions, and Riot recruited her last year to become a member of the freak show Clown Posse. Osborne is currently separated from her husband, who works as a foreman in Minneoker, a mining haha, that'd be funny. A mining company in Forest City. Okay,
So the clown posse part made me crack up because of ICP.
Oh my God.
well, look at the makeup. It kind of.
I know, it's
You
why I
can
was
get
like,
Fagel
fuck.
at Winco now.
She could be
She's a
my
fucking juggalo.
She could
She's
be
a
my
fucking
juggalo.
juggalo.
Right?
Oh, jeez.
I'm loving her already. You know what? I don't care if she killed anyone.
Oh, we are drinking, I think we're all drinking a little bit something different.
Oh,
Right.
I've got gin and tonic. I brought the
Kind of gin are you drinking?
New Amsterdam.
Ooh, that's good,
Really
Jen.
good.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Am I
by
drinking
the
the
way.
same gin, by the way? I don't.
No,
No.
you're drinking.
Not good enough.
Oh, me.
Aviation?
No, Seagram's.
Seagram's?
Yes.
You liked the Seagrams last time, right?
No,
yeah,
we just
no.
opened it.
I had
Oh.
Seagram's. Isn't that whiskey?
No.
No, it's
No.
gin.
Seagrams does a bunch of stuff.
They make
have their own
vodka.
ginger ale,
Do they have
their
a
own
whiskey?
vodka.
Do they have a whiskey?
They might.
They
Yeah.
have a whiskey. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
their
a Frank
drink.
drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then cranberry juice?
Yes.
Is that what it is?
Pineapple, I think.
And then,
Pineapple? Ooh.
and mine is Junipero.
Starbucks.
Junipero with the Starbucks black pineapple tea and lemonade mix.
You got to make that drink on the Bakersfield Gentleman.
Tanner is saying that
that
he is enjoying some Coca-Cola because he's 16.
Good job.
And that's what you should be doing. sir.
Doesn't he make a post about that every single time
Yeah.
you guys have a show?
Yes.
I kind of like. I think he has an
Uh,
endorsement from Coca-Cola.
We've got Moonshine Rob checking in, so hopefully he'll send us some of his freshly distilled moonshine soon.
Oh.
You guys can try that.
Yum, yum. Sounds good to me.
All right, Joe, you want to read the next
Yes.
suspect?
Okay. There you go.
Jeffree Star.
I just think Marilyn Manson. That's what I think.
I got the
It does
pink
look
with
like
the
the pink,
Jeffree
yeah.
Star.
It does look
But
like
Marilyn
Jeffree
Manson had
Star.
red hair at one point.
It's like Jeffree Star's alter ego, Bingo.
Bingo.
And stage name is Bingo. His legal name is Barry Knock. Age 30. He is single. 5'10", 160 pounds. Brown hair, or brown eyes, red hair. Birthplace is Fairfield, Ohio. Knock was born in a carnival family. His father was a stunt performer, and his mother was a fortune teller in the Evangeline's traveling carnival. Immersed in the carnival culture while growing up, Knock learned just about every aspect of the carnival business. When Knock turned 18, he began working as a clown at Evangeline's under the name Bingo. He was fired at age 21 for improper conduct with several female attendees of the carnival. Since that time, he has worked for various circus and carnival shows around the U.S. He joined the Wright brothers in 2014.
Okay, something I just skimmed over on this one.
That
That matches.
That's not
That
tattoo. I was
kind
like,
of
what?
goes with this guy's characteristics. Is something about. Oh, where did it go? In the
So
report.
this is a witness statement.
Gospel song sung over and over. His eyes on the sparrow. That kind of reminded me of him being born into a.
Okay,
Yeah.
so gospel. Okay.
I only skimmed it. I didn't really read
Just
it.
put
so
a
that's
noted name
kind
next
of-
to it because we still have other people to go
yeah,
get too.
okay.
So.
I got that written.
Okay,
It just caught my eye. So.
Your turn.
I like that. Who does he remind me of?
Silver Fox. Silver Fox guy
well,
on Facebook.
Yeah, but he also kind of reminds me of
Drink responsibly, my friends.
no.
Don't always drink it,
So how long his beard is? I don't know. This guy's, if he was like,
Oh, from Gas Monkey or Gas Monkeys.
no, I don't know
That's
what
what it
I'm
reminds
thinking.
me of.
I just know. I know too many people with beards.
Mm.
But if he wasn't 52, then I might consider it.
Consider.
52 is a little
Damn,
too old
she
for
threw
me.
it out
Just a little too old.
Well,
That guy's totally
I would kind of
He,
hope so. I would kind of hope so.
He's a handsome man in my book. I'm just saying.
All right, so Jonathan Invictus Riot. He is 52 years old, single, which means he's not divorced at all either, so he's been single forever.
Okay.
You have a chance.
5'11". I have a chance. 5'11". He's taller than me. Perfect. 180 pounds. Brown eyes. Oh, that's a killer for me. I like blue eyes. And his hair is brown. But he has a beard, so that can make up for
Is
it.
this catching a killer or finding a new killer? This is Match.com in book form.
He was born in Fairbanks, Alaska. So the summary on him is Johnny Wright is the co-founder of the Wright Brothers Circus and the Freak Show production. Almost nothing is known about Wright's personal history, and background searches conducted by the FBI reveal very little information. The FBI suspects that the name Johnny Wright is likely to be an alias. Wright has mentioned in interviews that he is the co-founder with the Wright Brothers Circus and the Freak Show with his brother. However, public records relating to the Maze of Trust and offshore companies that own the circus and the Freak Show do not reveal either name of the unknown brother or Johnny Wright's real name. All of these various legal entities
Yeah.
are represented by the law firm of what the fuck
I
is
can't
that?
even read that.
Where we at?
Ogilvie,
Ogilvie.
Thorne, and Sharp.
It's weird. Okay.
Huh.
So interesting. So he says he has a brother. But he doesn't actually have a brother. Is that just like a generic circus thing? Something brothers?
I guess.
Cranky.
I like
the way
her.
she
She
spells her
looks
name.
cranky.
That's kind of cool.
She looks like she needs some coffee real
minute.
quick.
If you would like to see that in the Patreon print, let us know in the comments.
Oh yeah.
I will do it. I
You
promise.
want to show them one more time just to make sure they get a...
If you want to see me look like a scary ass clown, but sexy. It's gotta be sexy.
She can murder as long as she's sexy. That's fine.
Exactly.
It's a little worse than
All right. Stage name Cranky. Legal name Natalie Spooner.
Yeah.
Age 27. Single. 5'10". 140 pounds. Blue eyes. Brown hair. Oh my god. Miami, Florida is her birthplace. Spooner dropped out of high school during her junior year to
Hey,
join
me
a
too.
French traveling circus production. She has very little contact with her mother, Ann Spooner, who still resides in Miami. Her father's whereabouts are unknown. She has one sister, Jackie, who lives in Forest City and works for the Archon Genomics. Genomics? Is that how you pronounce that?
They have so much misspelling.
Genomics?
I don't think
Yeah,
that's right.
genomics.
I think so. If you guys tell me if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly, just let me know. As a junior technician. After seeing the Freak Show production in Forest City last year while visiting her sister, Spooner aggressively pursued a job as a member of the Freak Show Clown Posse. She was hired by Johnny Riot 7 months ago. Okay, so I think they mentioned the time frame for a reason. Because earlier, they also mentioned when this guy joined the circus, Pogo. So that's also something we need to note.
She's only been there for 7 months.
Yeah, she's pretty new. Alright, there we go.
Okay.
That name cracks me up.
Doink. His name is Doink.
He's got a slick haircut, though. I
Okay.
like his pompadour.
Stage name is Doink. His legal name is Angus Mello. Age 30. And my cat's name's Angus. Age 32. He's divorced, 5'11", at 172 pounds, with brown eyes and black hair, dyed blue. Birthplace is Marathon, Florida. Milo joined the U.S. Army 1 week after graduating from high school and served until 2006 when he was wounded by an IED in Afghanistan. Melo suffered disfiguring injuries to his face, chest, and arms. Upon returning to the U.S., he lived with his grandmother, worked odd jobs, and was treated for PTSD. After watching a documentary about circus life on the internet, Melo decided to pursue employment as a clown. Working as a clown would allow Melo to hide his disfigurement. After many unsuccessful attempts to find employment, Melo was offered a job with the Wright brothers in 2012. Okay. Yeah, he needs to touch up his lipstick.
I think, so PTSD, okay.
Yes, post-traumatic stress disorder.
I know what it means.
I'm just saying for people who don't know, because some people are ignorant. It's okay. Ignorant.
I don't like this guy. What's with the blue dyed hair?
I don't know. That's a lot of blue going on in this whole thing.
So, Bonzo, his real name is Fred.
That does not surprise
I
me.
know.
Fred,
Very
right
generic.
there.
Fred Roby. He is 35. He's divorced. Okay, so there's another divorced person.
Okay.
He is 6'1", 185 pounds. His eyes are brown, and his hair is shaved. His birthplace is Las Vegas, Nevada, which means he's crazy. Robbie was born in Las Vegas, but his family moved to Forest City when he was only 4. Robbie grew up in the Narrows and graduated from Forest City High School at the age of 18. Doesn't everybody graduate at 18?
I was 17, but
I was 19.
I was 9. That was a Doogie Howser situation, if you will.
I call bullshit.
As well you should. Although we do have a comment real quick. Ben would like to know if you found the clown we hid in here yet.
Wait, what?
Oh. What?
I'm just kidding.
I was...
If you found the clown yet. If you found any... Have you made any kind of decision yet on who you read so far?
No.
No one's have any...
I think
So
Silver
far,
Fox.
I don't have an actual idea of who I think it is.
I know,
but something kind of matched from
the one guy with the gospel
the religious
music.
background and that.
All right, so continuing with Bonzo. His father worked at the Forest City Fairgrounds, and Robbie spent a lot of his time as a child in the company of performers from various traveling shows and carnivals that visited Forest City. Afflicted with the stammer that persisted into adulthood, Robbie pursued work as a clown after high school since it afforded him a unique opportunity to express himself without using speech. Johnny Riot hired Robbie for the Freak Show last year after seeing him perform in the Asbury and Crofts Circus. So he's only been there for a little while too.
I wonder
And then
why.
Our last
One is the Ringmaster. His makeup, I live for that.
That's why every day.
Right? Okay, stage name, the Ringmaster. Legal name, Edward Tooth. Age 39, divorced, 5'11", 189 pounds, brown eyes, head shaved. He's from Queens, New York. He did it. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
It's like I already know.
Okay, Tooth grew up in Queens, New York until age 8 when he was sent to live with his Aunt Kara in Forest City. His father is deceased. His mother now lives in Reno, Nevada, and agreed to surrender her parental rights to Aunt Kara, who legally adopted Tooth at age 9. Tooth finished high school and worked several different jobs before becoming a bartender at the Blue Note Cafe. Last year, Tooth met the manager of the Freak Show clown posse, Ernie Little, when Little started to frequent the Blue Note Cafe as a customer when he was in town. Little recruited Tooth to join the Freak Show in December of last year.
Who's
Ernie Little?
Who's Ernie
Yeah.
Little? Like, where did he come from?
There we go. Maybe that's a clue. Wait, hold on. Let's go look back at these guys real
Because
quick.
we didn't say his name at all.
No, that's a new one.
No, he wasn't in there.
Ernie Little. I'm gonna write that down so you remember that. This is interesting, actually. This is a hospital record of Johnny Riot.
Okay.
being in the hospital. I didn't even notice that. He refused to put his phone number, his address, his social security number. So the patient arrived by ambulance to the ER with complaints of severe abdominal pain, nausea, and vomiting. Patient displayed tenderness in the right abdomen above
Palpitation.
Patient history indicates that the patient had recently eaten a large dinner. Okay. Patient was running a high fever of 102 degrees. Blood was drawn and ultrasound obtained. Patient was diagnosed with acute...
Oh my god.
What the fuck is this word?
Why do they do this to us?
Where are we at?
He got some shit wrong with him, okay?
Cholecystis? Oh my god, I'm butchering that. He was an EMT.
While he's getting it taken care of,
Oh, there you go.
comments real quick. I'm leaning towards hiding the clown somewhere in the house. Just for
They're still
giggles.
talking about the clown. Why don't you guys help us with this?
Let's put it in the backseat of a car. That's way more funny.
That is pretty creepy.
Not Amanda's. I'm just saying somebody else's.
Okay.
Choleostitis.
Because that's kind of messed up.
Cholecystitis?
Yeah,
Polio?
choleostitis.
Choleostitis?
So more than likely, it's just based on that, it probably is an infection
Wait.
in the
Colon.
Colis.
Yeah.
Diverticulitis.
Cholecystitis.
Oh, he really so ultrasound showed gallstones, thickening of the gallstone wall, and accumulation of extra fluid. Surgery was performed at 11:03 p.m. An endoscopic retrograde. What the fuck? Can they stop with these words?
Some of us are not in med school, thank you.
ERCP is the abbreviation for it. Do you know what that word says? A long ass word.
Okay.
Jesus.
That's how you know it's bad. when four people
Endoscopic
say-
retrograde. They're making this shit up.
He's trying.
Endoscopic
Alright,
retrograde.
let's go. Okay, look, gallstones in the
Polio-
evidence report.
Polio-
Who is this for, though?
Yeah,
Was this the body?
basically, they took a little.
Gallstone now?
No, they took a little tube to go kind of explore into his gallbladder. That's
Okay.
basically what that word is saying.
Okay, so basically he had surgery to remove the stones. The gallbladder was removed. He woke up from anesthesia with nausea and vomiting. Patient was transferred to a private room and given IV fluids, antibiotics, and pain medication. Patient was kept for recovery and observation before being discharged on October 24th with instructions for follow-up care.
Okay, so that was Johnny Riot.
But John Traz says they cut out his inner butt. That's what he thinks that means.
His inner butt.
It's not far from the truth.
I guess, yeah, that kind of makes sense.
That's interesting.
In a way.
It's a half-ass answer.
But
Half-ass.
the best part of the night right
That
there.
was that was punny. I like that.
That's okay. So was he
Yeah.
attacked?
That's what I want to know.
What is-
Okay, because look.
What?
How?
An attack doesn't make gallbladders.
No.
No, but
Like he,
I just think
throw
it's interesting
gallbladders
that
at
they're
you.
well, because he had abdominal pain
Gallbladders, go.
upon palpitation. What does that mean?
Palpitation is when you touch.
When you touch it.
Yeah.
Okay, so he had pain on his gallbladders when you touched it. Okay.
Again, that comes from the gallbladders. So it's not like an outer
Well,
force
yeah.
hurting you, I think.
Oh my god, this is
Gallbladders
confusing.
But
on
that's
the
okay.
inside.
So one of the evidence reports, the forensic evidence report, is a gallbladder examination.
Okay, yeah. So, but this is of the murder victim, Vicky Lubin. I'm gonna keep saying it like that. It's funny.
Looks good. Lubins.
Which, if
Okay.
you look at her, she looks like she's a former
She looks
stage
like
person.
Lady Gaga.
She
Sorry.
kind of does.
That-
Her
that
former
chick looks
stage
like
name is
Kesha
Joey.
right there.
You want to show the
Her,
photo real quick?
her former stage name is Joey.
It's like Courtney Love before she cleaned up a little bit.
AKA.
Of course, still mad.
cleaned
Lady
up.
Gaga, yeah, I agree with
Were
you.
found. Oh, okay. So the freak show lollipop and bag of cotton candy were found on the victim's dining room table. Yes.
Ew.
So,
Poison?
so the rotten candy
Okay.
and this has this. What the fuck?
Skin pop.
No, but the guy's on it.
tells you who
I
did
see
it.
That's why I'm like the guy's on it.
I
one of
don't
the
think it
clowns.
necessarily says who did it, but
It just might be for effect on.
Yeah. Okay, so these were found on the victim's dining table.
Wait, is he one of the suspects as well? Was
Yeah.
that picture? Which one
Yeah.
was it?
The guy with the Jeffree Star looking.
That's
Bogo.
his name,
Bingo.
Johnny Rotten, right? Or Johnny
No,
Riot?
Bingo.
No,
That's
that guy on
the-
the back, the middle guy.
What's his
Who
name?
has the book?
Oh,
Yeah.
Bingo.
that's
Bingo.
Bingo was his name.
Jeffree Star.
That's what I want to keep calling. Bingo.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's his real name?
Barry Knock.
Maybe we should have read that whole thing.
Maybe
first.
we should have. Well, look at the back. The boys are back in
so
town.
much-
They're like, okay, so like the known freak show guys. He started the pizza. He's like,
Right? I didn't
This
do
paper
it.
says
I
that
want to cook.
there have been several clown sightings in the forest last 2 years in a row. Because there was murders the year before when the freak show was in town.
Okay, so you have to look at the timelines of when these people were hired as well.
so when were these people murdered though? Does it say?
But this also says that they saw there was
October
guys
24th.
last year, and this year they're
Okay.
seeing tall, slender women.
October 25th. So these were one day after each other. They could have been the same day technically.
Okay.
Maybe you realize like women are easier just to catch and murder.
Okay, so he was killed first. They were found. He was found first. She was 1 second. But they could have been killed on the same day.
I don't know if that matters. Does it matter? My head hurts.
If it has to do with the gallbladder thing, maybe you're right.
Okay,
maybe
okay,
the old
hold
man
on.
did something.
DNA samples. DNA
Okay.
sample.
That solves everything.
007.785% was acquired by Agent Liam Grant from the coroner who performed the autopsy of Vicky Lubin.
Okay, so
The
there's
sample was obtained by an extraneous gallbladder that was stitched into the body of Lubin. A second sample of DNA
Oh, so
consists
it
of
wasn't
saliva.
They put a gallbladder in her.
This is a different one.
No, but they put a second gallbladder in her.
Why would you put another gallbladder when you take it out? It's gone.
You don't
Mine's
even get
gone.
the first
The
one.
killer put it in her, is what it says.
I bet he
Ew.
jacked it after his surgery, took it from
and
him.
put it on her. It revealed
No,
that
I
the
don't know.
killer sutured
Sutured.
a second gallbladder into the her
Okay, so it
abdominal
is
cavity.
the surgeon. We are looking for
Okay,
a surgeon.
that's
But
true.
listen to this. A
So-
second sample, DNA samples 007.786, consists of saliva from Johnny Riot, was acquired by
He
Agent
fucking
Alex
did it.
Reyes. I already know this.
He
Silver Fox
fucking did it.
Silver Fox did it.
Silver Fox.
Wait,
Fox
you're
did it.
just done? That's it?
Well, okay.
We know.
Well, you think about it. He had surgery on his gallbladder on October 20th, which was 4 days prior to the murder.
Let's look at the witness
Okay.
report.
I think that would be a good one to look at before.
All right. This is
Look
from
at
a
the
nurse by Special Agent Liam Gracia. No, I'm just kidding. Liam Grant. Okay, so Sandra Walker agreed to be interviewed in exchange for immunity from prosecution for crimes related to improper disposal of human body parts,
Maybe we should have read
theft,
everything.
and illegal sale of medical waste. So she probably sold this gallbladder to the killer.
But what's the odds? I don't know. What's the odds that Johnny Riot's DNA would match the gallbladder that's in Vicky Lubin's?
That's what it is. So that's what it has to be.
It says right here, we conclude that the reference sample from the gallbladder is 99.87% matched to the DNA obtained from the saliva provided by Johnny Riot.
Okay, so then either the killer's trying to set up Johnny.
Maybe she's the killer. Maybe this nurse is the killer.
Yeah.
She's not one of our
It's
suspects.
the nurse.
John says it's the lady. Damn it. And Rachel says, so surgery makes you want to kill people.
Well, she's not one of our suspects though, unless they're fucking with us and they're not in it at all.
You don't know unless you go online and
You
look.
didn't read the newspaper either. You skipped over the
I
media.
kind of did.
Yeah, but the media always blows shit
I thought
up.
we were supposed to have a board with
Fake
pieces
news.
and dice.
That's
and
what I
stuff.
thought it was gonna be. I didn't know it was gonna be like this.
What did you think this was? Munchkins? No.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right. You're at 43 minutes right now.
Oh shit, we gotta
And
hurry this.
You guys so far are saying Silver Fox. Or no, sorry.
I don't think so now. I think
No,
he was
you
set
went,
up.
You went to
Nope, I think it's Silver Fox.
to Riot, right?
That's
Well,
Johnny
that's Johnny
Riot.
Riot.
Because he
That
has
is-
the
That's
same
Silver
gallbladder.
Fox.
That
Yeah.
is Silver Fox.
The same guy?
Yeah,
Silver
she's
Fox.
calling him Silver Fox.
It looks like the
Silver
Silver Fox guy.
You're confusing me. Come on.
Ah,
Give
sorry.
me a nickname.
Okay,
Have
so
you
I think this
considered-
is a game that you have to, like, maybe have multiple people do. And each have their own little job that they do. And
This guy does DNA. This guy does.
yeah.
Okay,
Have
what
you
is
And then we can all
considered
put
it?
our notes together.
Okay, so what's this one? This is notes from a traffic accident on Main Street downtown on October 24th, 11:37. Okay, so what time were the bodies found? The 24th. So he was found at 6:15 p.m. And then what is that? October 22nd.
This
okay,
is
so
the
it's a different day.
evidence report.
Okay, so it's the same day that his body was found. There was an accident. So on Main Street, the witnesses were Donna Sullivan, Kyle O'Keefe, Cecil Chamberlain, Colleen Rogers, Barry Miles. So based on the interviews with witnesses and officer at the scene, the facts surrounding the incident are as follows. A motorcycle traveling at a high rate of speed down 2nd Street failed to stop at an intersection with Main Street. The motorcycle entered the intersection and collided with the car driven by Mayor Conovan. The driver of the motorcycle, Angus Mello, was capulated across the hood of the car.
Catapulted.
Across the hood of the car onto the pavement. Had Mello not been wearing a helmet and motorcycle jacket, he would have suffered greater injury than he did. Mello also transported to Drake University Hospital, where he was treated for a broken arm, broken rib, and multiple abrasions. The mayor was not injured. Okay, so Mello, he was one of the suspects, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he couldn't have done it. He couldn't have done it
because of the time frame.
Vicky Lubin's body was found on October 25th at 9:40 a.m. Well, I mean, maybe he
This
could have
was the
done
24th.
it. That's true. Maybe he could have done it
but
and
I'm
been
saying
leaving.
he couldn't have done the other two.
Well, it says for her, she based on the state of her remains, Lubin had been deceased for at least 48 hours before the FBI arrived. So at least the 23rd, very, very early 24th.
Okay, so this is the kid that this is the PTSD guy.
So then Silver Fox couldn't have done it because didn't he have like
Surgery.
gallbladder surgery on the 24th? So you can't kill
20th
people.
he had.
Oh, on the 20th.
Yes.
Ooh, that's kind of iffy.
So,
Because I was up a week after I had mine taken out, and I was all like, I'm ready to go to work.
But you didn't murder anybody.
But I did not have the energy to murder anybody. That is for sure.
Hey, can we have
And,
more drinks?
Yeah.
Rachel, let's get you guys another round, Frankie.
Refreshers.
Bakersfield gentlemen. And Rachel says CSI and drinking is what this is.
Yeah.
That's a
We
perfect
could
name
solve
for it.
murders for that.
But her vote still is for Silver Fox as well.
I think it's like a setup type of thing. Okay, what else is there that we didn't read?
Okay, I'm going to read the evidence report
Okay.
so we can find what was there on scene.
Okay.
Okay, the FBI's Forensic Data Investigation Unit conducted an analysis of victim Vicky Lubin's online phone activity in the days prior to her death. Social media posts. Lubin interacted with social media frequently on a daily basis. Her last social media posts and interactions were on October 22nd as follows. 10:16 p.m. posted a photo to Facebook. 10:18 liked a post from Angus Doink, and he posted full moon tonight. 10:23 she posted a comment to Facebook, old friends are the best friends. 10:37 p.m. posted a photo to Instagram. Telephone calls, 6:27 p.m. It was outgoing to Maria Trattoria. What does that mean? Who is that? Is that someone new now?
No, we don't have her in there. She just made a photo frame.
And then an incoming call from unknown.
Bull crap.
The analysis. There were no further posts, texts, or calls after 10:37 p.m. on October 22nd. Forensic data analysis of Lubin's iPhone and its internal gyroscope? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Either way, it indicates that at 10:38 p.m. the phone fell from the height of 48 inches to the tile floor in Lubin's living room. So she had it and then it fell. Like she was probably had it in her hand.
What's her name?
This is the victim.
Oh, that's Vicky Lubin.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, who's this shit? Oh, shit. Sorry. Thank you.
You're fine. Okay, so the fall cracked the phone's screen. The iPhone was found by FBI agents on the floor, face down, in Lubin's living room. Only Lubin's fingerprints and DNA were recovered from the device.
Okay, where did you see that he had something to do with church stuff?
We have one.
Because the
comment.
person that it is, so he's the one that got tattooed, I think. Because if you're saying that, so let's see.
Evangeline's
Blue
traveling
makeup
party.
around his eyes and his face is painted white, and he had sort of abrasion on his head. Go back to the guy that was in the accident, Angus Mello. I don't remember what his stage name was. Because he was the one that got tattooed.
Doink.
Doink got
Doink. Okay, so
Okay, he's the PSD guy. PTSD
so he had some
guy.
sort of abrasion on his head, so that could be him in the accident. He also wore a red nose. Leon could not recall any further details about the clown other than he was above average height, from 5'11" to 6'1". So he's 5'11". This guy's
It's
5'11".
It's Bonzo.
This guy's 5'11".
It's
But look,
Bonzo.
look
He's
at
got
on
a
his
He could be
head.
covering that
In a
if that's
red
not
nose.
real.
I don't know
if
It's
it's
6'1" right there.
The clown at the shop. Okay, so I don't get what this has to do unless it's just his way of clearing him. So just after midnight on October 19th, he was getting a tattoo for 3 hours.
Okay.
So it wasn't him.
So that
So
was the 19th.
so at midnight though. So does that mean the 20th morning or does that mean the 19th morning?
Ooh.
Ooh, that's very. Oh, it's probably the morning of the 19th.
So he showed up with $500 cash for a tattoo.
Makes more sense. John says, while you guys are still pondering the notes, the grandiose manner of the crime versus highly educated parents seeking acceptance, he's sticking with the nurse right now. Here's my question, though.
She's not on our list.
The nurse sold...
She sold. She didn't say that she sold, but it said that she did.
She does sell.
Yeah, she was involved.
It
Medical
says that she was.
waste.
It says that she was related to improper disposal of human body parts, theft, and illegal sale of medical waste.
How
illegal
many people
selling.
are buying
odds?
medical waste? That's...
There
I
you
didn't realize that was even a
You'd be
bracket.
surprised.
So okay, so here's what the rest of what it says. So
leftover
Liam
body
Grant,
parts.
which
Yeah,
is the special
gross.
agent, Mrs. Walker, you are not a surgical nurse at Drake University, are you not?
Yeah.
And then Sandra said, yes, I am, for about 7 years now. Liam, I understand that you have admitted to selling body parts from the surgical patient Johnny Wright to someone who did not work at Drake University. Why would you engage in such conduct? According to our background investigations, you have now been a model citizen. You've always, until now, you have been a model citizen and an excellent nurse.
This chick also went to Drake University.
What?
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. So,
So
you've been an
they're
excellent model
connected
and nurse.
somehow, maybe.
So
Maybe
Sandra,
she sold the parts to her.
right
Well, if
after
she's
Riot's
the nurse.
surgery, I ran down the street on my break for a piece of key lime pie and coffee, probably at Cecil's Cafe. It was very late and the street was deserted. A man grabbed me and pulled me in the alley. He told me that if I sold Mr. Riot's gallbladder and brought it back to him before it was destroyed as a medical waste, he'd pay me $5,000. Liam Grant, so you did it for the money. Sandra, no. Even though I was scared, I refused. I told this man that I could not do such a thing. Then he told me that I had no choice to make, or that I had to make a choice. I could either steal the gallbladder and earn $5,000, or he would visit me at my home and hurt me very badly. And then he would visit each of my family members and hurt them too. He said the police could not protect us forever. Eventually, he would made a good on his promise if I did not do as he asked. This man was a serious character. I believed him when he told me this. So she sold it to a man. So, there's more. Fuck. Yeah. And then what happened? Sandra, I returned to the hospital. Usually after a surgery, we clean the operating room and the medical waste is bagged, tagged, and taken to a secure biohazard storage area. Then once a day, all of the biohazard bags are incinerated. As a surgical nurse,
Locked up.
I have access to these areas. I retrieved Mr. Wright's gallbladder from the biohazard bag and placed it in a plastic bag in my purse. On my next break, I took the bag containing the gallbladder down the street to the alley and I gave it to the man. Liam, did he pay you? Sandra, yes, he did. He handed me a roll of $100 bills. Then he looked at me right in the eye and said, you did what I asked. Forget this ever happened and you will not see me again. Talk to anybody about this and I will visit you. You will not enjoy my visit. Do you understand? Liam, can you tell me what this man looked like? Sandra, he was fairly tall. I'm 5'7", and he was at least a few inches taller than me.
Okay. This guy had problems talking.
No beard, no fat, gravely voice.
Problems.
I did not see much of his face or hair. He was white.
They're all white.
He wore hooded sweatshirt and big sunglasses, even though it was dark outside. He was unfamiliar to me. Liam, have you ever been to the Freak Show Halloween production here in Forest City? Sandra, no, I don't care much for scary things. Liam, do you know Johnny Wright before his recent surgery? Sandra, no, I read about him last year in the newspapers, but I did not know him. Liam, are you married? Children? Sandra, no, divorced 2 years ago, wasn't able to have kids. I live alone with my cat, Annabelle. She fucking did it!
Who did it?
The nurse.
Ooh.
Yeah,
okay,
because look, she's
She's divorced. She's 5'7". What did it say the killers?
Didn't the other guy say the nurse too?
Someone on here already thinks the
I
nurse
said the
too.
nurse at first. I was like, she did. She's selling that shit.
It didn't
And,
give a height for the killer.
Before we go into the nurse real quick, Ty's got to go, but Ty, can you just tell him that you're going to be on All Things Film next week? You want to step on?
Come over here.
Say hi.
Come step.
What happened to
Right over here. Say hi.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I really want to get you on this show too for the zombie and the paranormal activity.
Yeah,
that
so
would be
Ty works with
fun.
film stuff.
Hi. I'm just here. Oh, so yeah. So what do I say?
Well,
Just,
what are you
just
gonna
let them
do?
know that you'll be on next week on Wednesday for all things
I'll be
film.
on next week on Wednesday for all things film. And I work in short film and stuff. And I'll probably be on here eventually. You said you wanted me here.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah, so catch you soon. Goodbye.
My love.
Bye.
Okay, so the nurse wasn't able to have kids. She was divorced, and she lives alone with her cat.
I
That's
can't-
serial
you
killer
know what,
status.
That
now-
doesn't equal serial killer, guys.
Why haven't we heard much
Maybe.
about this bitch?
Because she's irrelevant. They just needed somebody hot. to
Okay,
come in.
so the one guy got a tattoo, so he's pretty much out of the question. The one guy got in a car accident, so he's out of the question. And
Okay.
then Riot had a surgery. So, okay, why would he
I don't
buy his
even
own
know
gallbladder?
I don't know.
why. Yeah, I don't really know why she's mentioned.
I know, that's why
She
I'm
doesn't-
confused. So his gallbladder was
Well-
removed. What's the rest of this?
What? She's the one that did it. Probably. There's no evidence.
What is this, though? Okay. Glenn Garcia was wearing a fitness tracker, so he's wearing a Fitbit. That's literally a Fitbit. I was examined by the... Okay, among its features, the fitness tracker included a continuous heart rate monitor and GPS. So the data recovery, by downloading the data from this device, the coroner was able to determine that Glenn Garcia's heart was beating normally until 2:14 on 10/24. So 2:14 a.m.
Okay.
on 10/24. At precisely
And when
2:14,
is it?
his
died
heart
at-
began
they found it at
racing
6:15,
and reached to a high of 204 beats per minute.
I wonder if he was banging this chick.
Ah. Or the
It
nurse.
raised his heart rate.
I'm just kidding. I don't know.
So indicating extreme test or terror. Time of death. The data recovered from the fitness tracker indicates that his heart stopped beating at 2:27 a.m. So he died within 14 some odd.
They found
A
him
short
at
time.
6:15
Yeah.
a.m. that morning, so he'd
So
already
he was
been dead for about 4
a couple-
hours.
okay. So no malfunction were detected in the device, and no additional heartbeats were recorded for this victim after 2:27 a.m. The GPS at all times cited above the location of the fitness tracker was within 2 meters of the final location of the body was discovered.
Okay.
Where was he
so,
discovered?
By the Riot's Brothers Circus employee Angus Mello at the Forest City Fairgrounds in the Freak Show Haunted House attraction.
So he was right by the haunted house.
It was
where he
Angus. Angus is in this too much.
And then this one is the girl's social media.
Yeah. That was just the last
Bit of her
of
social
whatever,
media.
Yeah.
And
whatever
then this
she did.
is October 2:23 a.m. Wait, what the fuck is this? Security incident? The malfunction. Please allow me to inform you concerning security incident that occurred. Oh. At 2:23 a.m. Our
Okay.
officers responded to a silent alarm tripped on the north end of Akron Geonetics.
Where is this
property.
place? It's a place, right?
Yeah, it's
okay,
a
so
property
it has
place.
to do.
So somebody broke into it around the time of the murder.
Okay.
Of which murder?
Which might have been her because she was going down to retrieve the gallbladder, right?
Probably.
That could have, but at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Well, when
She's got to get it when she's got to get it. She's going to make her money.
But she said it was during during her break, so
She might have
would've
been lying.
That's true. Okay, that's true. When my
Yeah, 'cause
officers
this
arrived at the scene, they
instructions
observed a
say
man dressed as a clown lurking near a window on the East Side Foundry building. He appeared to be intoxicated, was shirtless, had a large tattoo on his back. Okay,
It's Milo.
he just got his tattoo done at midnight, and it took about 2. No, because they said it took 4 hours.
That's true.
But it said it was in the shape of a raven, and it shows a picture of him tattooing the identified clown. That
Okay,
looks like
what's the
the
time?
raven.
What's the
Make sure
time
you
on
show
that
it here,
again?
please.
Yes. So this is the statement from the tattoo artist. And you can see the tattoo that he was working. It says on the unidentified clown.
Did they say
And
it took
this
4
says-
hours total, or
So,
he was there
he
at that
said-
time?
Just after midnight on October 19th.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, so midnight. So it would have been October 19th. So this is the next day. So there was this fucker that was at this place, but then that clears him for the murders. Because if it was at 2:23 in the morning, the murders were at 2:20 in the morning.
30 seconds to 1
In a
hour.
totally different place.
Dang it.
So it wasn't him.
Join us next week for the epic conclusion.
Right? So it wasn't the dude that you guys saw that
This is
had
how
the.
it's gonna fade out. We're just like
It wasn't.
frantic.
So it wasn't Bonzo.
I don't know.
Okay, but you said the
Sounds
timeline
more
on there. You
difficult.
said it was
So his heart stopped beating.
no, on the tattoo. You said it was 4 hours to do the tattoo. Is that
But on October 19th at midnight. So basically,
That was
the
till
morning,
4
4 a.m. on the
Okay.
19th.
okay?
So so he broke
What
into the
tattoo
place
artist is doing tattoos
at
You'd
midnight.
be surprised. You'd be
So
surprised.
so it wasn't that guy.
I don't know.
Fuck! This is
So,
what is all
I don't know.
Join us next week for the shocking conclusion.
We have hit our
the
hour.
DNA. That's the gallbladder. We can keep going.
We got this. We know where we're at. We're almost there. We know.
I really want to know who did it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the group where the answers are has not accepted us yet.
You have to wait.
Wait. So that
You
means
have to wait to be
the,
accepted.
no, we can still keep going so you can get your guesses in, but the audience won't,
We won't know
until
until our next-
Saturday.
You guys should each
We'll
vote
put it
someone.
in the
Our next episode?
in the recorded episode,
Dang.
so they don't have to wait a whole week. They just have to wait till Saturday.
But we
at
won't
least.
know. Are you gonna put it at the end?
Yeah, I'll put it.
Oh well,
And
we'll
then
all
that
see
minute.
each other on Friday, so we could film something Friday.
We're gonna film it tonight,
But we won't know who that killer actually was.
hopefully. They
We
haven't
just wait
accepted
till
us
they-
yet.
You better
wait till
hurry
they
up,
accept-
you.
We can put our guesses in now and then wait for the acceptance and then figure out if one of us is right. I guess.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Okay.
who do you think?
So
it
you
is?
don't hear anything about some of these people though. That's the problem. Is that there's nothing that has to do with any of them. So
Yeah.
how do you know?
So the one that was getting the tattoo was Bongo, right?
Okay, where's the very first page? Because I want to know who it says it's supposed to be. So we're make sure that we're at least kind of on
So
track.
this guy was. Can we write on that? Are we allowed to write on this in the notes?
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Tattoo on 19th. Broken on 20th. Couldn't have murdered.
I don't know. I just feel like we're doing this wrong.
Probably.
It's funny to
Because
me.
That's what's so fun about girls scoring
but
gin. We
you
just
know
go
what?
with
It's
it.
cool. Yeah. Yeah.
It's because we didn't read the newspaper.
It's all the newspaper. I'm telling you.
Oh man. Okay.
Do you have any other newspaper?
Not a whole lot, other than that's the sightings of the positive females.
What?
They've been females?
Yeah.
Give me that fucking newspaper!
I told you to read the newspaper. You anti-reading people.
No.
I'm not anti-reading.
We're
it's
just here to be pretty, not to be doing smart shit.
You can do both. I
Gosh.
believe in you. Believe in all
Gosh,
of you.
we're just
Hey, I've
terrified
been
that,
trying. Okay.
terrified that drinks in a lipstick.
Okay.
There's nobody with the same
I
last
feel
name
so
as this girl,
gross
is there?
doing that. All right. It says you may find it helpful to create a timeline of the events that occurred. So it's like we have to reference this after everything we look
Yes.
at. Jesus Christ.
You
So
don't keep
who
it a
was
pretty
this
decent
guy?
timeline, though.
Who was this guy, though? What was he?
Where's the book? I want to see the book again.
He was an employee of him? Okay.
Yeah, he was an employee.
Wait, he was discovered by the employee. He
Oh,
was
yeah.
discovered by Angus.
That's what I was saying. It's Angus.
In the freak show? Okay, in the attraction on the table. But who is he? He's just a resident? Because he totally looks like he'd be hanging around with these people.
That is true.
His education, the highest education he has is 10th grade.
That poor guy.
Yeah, stay in school.
Well, who all
Who
had
read
access
to
to
you?
the freak show?
Freak show people.
Freak show people.
He was found in the freak show.
Yeah.
Like,
Who is
on
that
the
guy?
table.
They don't have a picture of that guy at the bottom. Is that the nurse? That's the nurse. That's her costume.
The boys are back in town. So, this guy was getting a tattoo. Look, he's covering it up in that picture.
I know.
He hurt himself.
Yeah, he's the one that was getting a tattoo. The guy said he had an abrasion on his head.
Mm-hmm.
And
But-
he had blue.
Blue hair, but a couple of them have blue hair.
Yeah, I wonder if he did it.
But he's the one
Let
that
me
broke
see
into
the
the place.
Let me see the
Because
button.
he had the raven tattoo.
Like me?
God damn it, guys.
I think it's Angus.
I don't know.
Wait, is that what his name is?
Woman dies in fall. What the fuck?
Should have read
Creepy
the
clown
newspaper.
sightings. I know. For the second year in a row, there have been a wave of creepy clown sightings. There was creepy clown sightings here.
Oh
in
yeah,
Taft.
Warska.
Oh, this all took place here. It's based on a true story, Amanda.
Oh,
Totally.
stop it.
I think it was this guy. I'm just gonna say. I think it was the PTSD guy. I'm so sorry. PTSD guy.
You're going with Doink.
Yes, I'm going with Doink. I think
One.
Doink. Angus Mello. I'm just putting that on the record right now. I think he's guilty. I think he did it.
We got one locked in. With the
Yep.
Okay,
I got
this
that
girl
one.
died the same fucking time as that guy did. On the same day. She was visiting. A tragic incident at the Sky Bar downtown claimed the life of a young woman visiting Forest City. Hope Balaka died after falling down a stairway at Sky Bar at 2:30 a.m. on October 24th.
Isn't
She
there a
lost
Sky
her
Bar lounge here?
footing. Yes, there is. Fuck. And fell roughly halfway down the stairs, leading the rooftop.
He's just trying to link
She
everything
struck her
together.
head, but she was visiting her friend who was been drinking and dancing for the night.
Don't you have friends who
Natalie
drink and dance?
Spooner
You're a
was right
brat.
behind her on the stairs when she fell.
Who was behind
She
her?
fell.
Natalie Spooner, this girl.
What
Oh,
did
so
I
she
just say?
died.
I bet.
No, because she was there, so she wasn't there to kill them either.
Oh god.
Maybe she killed that girl.
And then died. Maybe it was a double team kind of deal.
Yeah, maybe there's two murders, different parts of the city. Here in
Maybe
Vegas.
there was a
Spooner
love
said
triangle
she just
together.
lost her footing and went down. It was terrible. When she hit the bottom, she went totally limp. Surveillance camera footage shows Bakula first stumbling and then tumbling down the stairway before coming to a hard stop on the wooden floor before. The video shows several women, including Natalie Spooner, reaching out to try to stop Baklava from falling, but no one was quick enough to reach her in time. Paramedics. Okay, so she's cleared. She wasn't there.
Now let's think about that. Trying to get to her or pushing her off, just like that girl on the Padre, like
I know.
a year ago.
What?
Okay, and
Oh,
then
something
this was
like
the
Oh,
victim.
what?
This was from a year ago on the same fucking around the same
I was
time.
gonna try. Okay, so FBI cracks the case. Maybe if we figure out what they.
After Agent
Figure out
Grant,
what
and it's the same
happened.
lady.
Angus Mello again. He's there.
Doink.
Dude, he might be right. He's there for
Court-
everything. it seems
Okay,
like.
so Giggles had an
Powered by
alibi
gin.
provided by
Giggles.
service employee. Suspect Angus, he was a suspect, had been hospitalized for an appendicite, whatever. something.
appendectomy.
Yeah, during at least one of the murders. Fury, I remember the freak show, clown pussy, big baggy britches.
So he also had surgery done.
The year prior.
They
though.
took out his appendix.
the
But
year before.
Who's the only person with access to all of that surgery stuff?
The
afterwards?
nurse.
But she's not in the book of
The nurse.
suspects.
But she's
And
not in the suspect.
Who was just in a hospital here in town not too long?
Ah.
The
He got
nurse
the
did
nurse
it,
to
and
do
she's
it.
here in Bakersfield, coming for
my
Amanda
gosh.
in clown costume.
He told her all kinds of good stuff, and she was like, "Yeah, baby,
Sounds like
I
a good
love
idea.
you. I love you."
Alright, guys, we are at an hour 7 right now, hour and 8.
I can't figure this out. My brain hurts.
We got one for Doink, right? Are we switching?
I'm
up?
saying no. I'm still saying Angus did
Third
it.
victim.
Alright, Angus Doink.
Because you never know.
Can I take this home and actually read it all?
Alright, go for it.
Okay, let's go back to the description of the suspect and compare notes to all the other suspects.
Murder.
Surgeon profile.
Pioneer Human was murdered. Facility. The Raven strikes. The serial killer known as the Raven has struck Forest City several times in the past couple
The
years.
dude with the tattoo.
All of the- What the fuck?
This is freaking confusing me.
Oh my god.
Alright, so okay, let's go back to what we know.
Yes.
Okay, there's profile of the surgeon. Gender is unknown, so it
Could be a guy, girl, or a girl.
Okay, single or divorced, Caucasian. Obviously, they're all Caucasian, so that's not fair. Surgeon. Okay, so obviously classified as a psychopath. Da, da, da. Motives: visionary killer. So experienced psychotic breaks from reality. So
PTSD. It's Angus. I'm telling you right now.
that actually makes a lot of sense.
I'm just saying.
I smell food.
Doink.
I know.
That's the smell right
cheese
before
and
the clown
rice.
killer comes.
No, this is making
Yeah.
no sense.
Jack in the Box,
Oh my gosh, that perked me up.
Alright, guys, I'm cutting you off. You're an hour and 10.
All right, they're gonna go.
We need your
Who are you
we
guys
need your
going with?
guesses.
Who's your guesses?
I'm saying.
I don't know. She's not a suspect, but
Pogo was getting a tattoo.
I don't know.
I
Wait.
think it was Angus. I'm just
Wait.
gonna say.
I
I
wanted
like
to
the
say
nurse.
the
Wait,
nurse,
there's
but
two
I don't
with
know
shit
the
on their
nurse.
head.
Nurse is my backup, like wild
We were
card.
talking
There's
about
two
that earlier.
with two.
Yeah.
I know.
So which
the
one
head
fucking
injury.
was it?
But they're all wearing makeup, so it could be any of them.
I know. Yeah, I don't know. I get.
I'm
up.
so done.
I like.
I want to
the
say
nurse.
it's the nurse, but she's
nurse-
obviously not a suspect.
But that could be the whole point
That's
of it.
wild
Yeah.
card. It's wild card. Look at this
So-
poker tournament. Wild card. I'm saying right now. That could be a
There you
clue.
go.
I
Wild card.
I was literally making stuff up, and that's the most far-fetched thing you've said.
As long as people are entertained, I'm okay.
Okay, so it wasn't Natalie. You're going with who?
Angus.
She likes
Okay,
Angus.
what's his name? Boink.
So
Doink.
Joe is going
Doink.
with Angus.
I don't know.
Doink. Who are you going
But
with?
the
love?
nurse is my backup
I'm
as
going
wild
with the
card.
nurse. I mean, she's
She's
not
wild card
in
right
the
there.
suspect book, but
So a soft nurse. What are you going with?
Yeah, that's my wild card.
Hard nurse, soft nurse. All right, cool. All right.
Who am I going with? This guy looks creepy.
Guy who looked creepy.
I'm gonna go with the ringmaster because you know what? There's nothing about him.
not really.
His
He
name
was
was
adopted, wasn't he?
yeah.
Did it say he
His father was deceased. He lives in Reno.
She's profiling right now.
I'm 100% okay with
Hey,
She's profiling.
He finished school and worked several jobs within the last year. He met the.
He was adopted. Wait. Who is this? See, he interacted with some person that was never mentioned at all,
Yeah.
as far as I know, and anything
And he
else.
was born in Queens, so it's him.
The Ernie
Queens, yeah.
Little.
Yeah.
Wild
The
card.
Ernie Little person.
Yeah, John still
He
says
has
it right
a
here.
thing,
Nurse. You got
Nurse.
He has
technically
an
3 for
alibi.
nurse.
Man, I don't know.
He has an alibi. She though, there's nothing.
This
about
is
her
really
either.
awesome, though. I really do want to get one of these just to have.
We've got 2 more.
Different
Different
kinds.
faces.
Yeah, this would be awesome to have just at the house, huh, babe?
Okay.
Yeah.
So either they
We
said they were
could-
strong. So is he strong?
We would drive people nuts
Amanda,
with
you got 60 seconds.
He's 189 pounds.
I'm giving you
Okay.
60 seconds.
I'm gonna go with the ringmaster, Edward Tooth. I'm so gonna be wrong, but
Ringmaster, nurse, doink.
Doink / nurse as wild card. pick.
I
Wild.
love,
I like
I
the
love
wild
the
card.
That's
doink.
my wild card pick.
All right, so guys, we're gonna wrap that up for today.
We'll let you guys know soon who the wiener is or not wiener.
Ty says hi real quick.
I had
She's-
so
she's
much
back.
fun, by the way,
Hi,
being
Ty.
here.
hey, I'm glad you came.
So
Yeah,
I hope I
Tuesday.
can be back.
Maybe
No.
we'll see. We'll have to look at the views
If you guys
first.
like me.
Wow.
We're gonna take turns.
You know what,
Everybody's
producer?
gotta get a turn.
Producer / creator, coming back. She brought Amsterdam, definitely coming back.
Okay.
Yeah.
She brought alcohol. She brought alcohol.
Bring alcohol.
Yes.
All right, let's
That's how you
crack
get to
open
stay on
this
the show.
cotton candy, girls.
Don't say evil shit like that. What? I love that.
Crack it open? That's not evil.
It's evil.
That looks super dry.
It does.
That's fine.
All right, we're ending this with cotton candy. Anybody else want a
They're
piece?
eating the clues.
They're tasty.
Bye, guys.
There was an edible note inside that said who the
There
killer
was.
was. You ate it.
Bye.